Hi there, I'm meteorologist Mary Mays with a very quick midday update on Idalia. So it is Tuesday, August 29th, midday. We are going to see this storm make landfall in the Big Bend region of Florida tomorrow morning. So here's what you need to know. So what you need to know is that this is a Category 1 hurricane for now. We're going to start to see that rapid intensification into the overnight. And by tomorrow morning, this will be a Category 3, possibly greater when it makes landfall. And we do have that midday track out from the National Hurricane Center. So let's get the latest update from them. Idalia, 85-mile-per-hour winds, still moving north at 14 miles per hour. And this track does have it as a major hurricane hitting the Big Bend with winds of 125 miles per hour. And we've seen these intensity estimates go up with each advisory. So this storm will continue inland, moving through Florida into South Georgia, Savannah, Charleston. You're in the path of this as well. It should be a tropical storm when it makes landfall, or when it moves through your area, I should say. But it's going to pack a punch for you folks. We're going to see inland flooding, the potential for tornadoes. Even if you're not in that area that sees the highest winds, that doesn't mean you're out of danger. And you have to remember as well that the impacts of this storm are going to extend well outside of the cone. That's just the track, the margin of error for the center of the storm. There's a lot more to this than just that, including storm surge. So the Big Bend, where we're expecting landfall, you're going to see catastrophic surge, 10 to 15 feet. Mandatory evacuations for a lot of folks in that area. If you have been told to leave, get out now. Even if you're just going a little further inland, that could save your life. Now, notice there's still some impressive surge west of where landfall is, and especially south of where landfall is. That west coast of Florida is very prone to surge, and you're even looking at 4 to 7 feet in the Tampa Bay area. And to make things worse, we have a full moon. We got a king tide. We got high tide making things even worse. So we're already seeing rising waters along Florida's west coast. Even if you're not in the direct cone for this, you're still seeing impacts. We've had tropical force winds in the Keys already this morning. So things are happening, and they are happening fast. Now is the time to hunker down, bring anything inside that might blow away. Notice we also have surge for the East Coast. Savannah area, so really coastal Georgia and to a good portion of coastal Carolina, 2 to 4 feet. The road to Tybee probably going to be flooded there in Georgia. Now, here's the earliest reasonable arrival of tropical storm force winds. They've already made it to Key West. By this evening, you'll see them in Tampa, and then early tomorrow morning, you've got them in the Big Bend just ahead of landfall, and it's just going to get worse from there. Wednesday morning, you got these in Georgia and along the Carolinas throughout the day Wednesday. So that's your timeline. This is a good graphic for knowing when you need to just be indoors. Once you start to have those tropical force winds, stop your preparations, head inside, hunker down. This is a really great resource. This is the Southern Regional Tropical webpage. And this is showing you where you're going to see winds in purple there, greater than 110 miles an hour. So we can see those biggest impacts along the Big Bend. But also notice into South Georgia, you're seeing some massive impacts. And this is going to be an issue for areas like Brunswick even. We could see those hurricane force winds, and not even just a Category 1 hurricane force winds, greater than that, and that red there, that's 74 to 110 miles per hour. So not only is this a wind threat, we've got the storm surge potential on that right side of the system of the hurricane. You are going to have a tornado threat here, and you can see that extends all the way across Florida, all the way up into the Carolinas. So right side of the storm tends to have the most tornadoes. Make sure you're paying attention for tornado warnings. You're going to have to head into your safe spot when those are in place for your area. And I'm not just talking about Florida. I'm talking about you folks in Georgia and South Carolina, even into North Carolina. A lot of folks are going to be impacted by this storm. I'll have another update for you later this evening when we get the next forecast out from the National Hurricane Center, and I'm going to have a lot more details about that potential for rapid intensification, or really that forecast for rapid intensification. And I'll have a closer look also at the models and where we're going to see landfall, and a little bit more on impacts. Just know that inland flooding is an issue, damaging winds, of course. Prepare for power outages, charge your phones. You guys know the drill, and I will see you guys a little bit later. Please take care.